representing you. People in Bethpage, in Farmingdale, in Massapequa, Seaford, all throughout our communities that are affected by this plume. As we've said before, it has the highest concentrations of these chemicals found anywhere in a sole source aquifer, anywhere in the nation. So it's something that is very serious. Now, with stories of radium and other contaminants found, we really need to move very quickly. I can report to you some good news. We have a new state commissioner of the DEC who is very committed to the containment and cleanup of the plume and its contaminants. I've had many conversations with him. We held a press conference where the governor has committed just a number of months ago out in Stony Brook, where the governor has committed to making sure that we get this cleaned up. So we are moving in a positive direction, but there's still a lot to do, and quite frankly, I believe that it's moving way too slowly. With all due respect to the experts that are here, way too slowly. We forced a law, I know just how you feel, I feel the same way. We forced a law, we got it passed in both houses, signed by the governor, to create a report that was specifically designed to create the infrastructure of what a hydraulic containment and remediation facility should look like. We're still waiting for that report, and we're upwards of 2 years on this. I understand that these are complicated issues, but I saw the number 2022, way too long. It's just way too long to wait to get this cleaned up. The bottom line is we can put a man on the moon in less time than that. We can get this infrastructure going. There are isotope testing that went on to provide a fingerprint of where the plume emanates from. When the Navy was dragging its feet, and I know there are representatives of the Navy here, the governor stepped in, and kudos to Governor Cuomo. He stepped in and said the DEC will make sure that they get those samples, test them, and also share them with some of the water districts. And I'm told the results have come in on the tests, and the experts tell us it's part of the puzzle that has the fingerprints of what we knew all along. We know where the contaminants are coming from, and there's going to be legal battles over this, and that will still continue, and I get it, that's just part of life. But in the meantime, we can't slow down cleaning up these contaminants, the TCE, the radium, the other contaminants in this. We just mustn't do that. I can tell you, all of you working on this, and I thank you because there really is now, and thanks to all the people in this room and the wonderful people who represent us at our water districts who have stayed on top of this for years. I see the commissioners from many of our water districts. Thank you. Because now we're talking about something that we haven't talked about, and that's the hydraulic containment of the hot spots. In addition to that, I'll continue to be pushing for a hydraulic containment of the entire plume, which all three of them in essence, because we can't contaminate uncontaminated areas. I've spoken with the county executive on many occasions, and he's committed to working out plans to utilize county sumps and county property. So please think about that. Reach out to County Executive Mangano, who's very interested in making sure that space is available. But the number one thing we'll continue to do is to push for that report, push to make sure that we are starting this process sooner than later, but we just can't wait for the time schedule that you're talking about. So I please ask you, let's speed that up, and I'll be continuing to speak to our Commissioner of the DEC in Albany to help that along. So that's what I can report to you at this point. We know that it is both Grumman and the Navy's responsibility to clean this up, and not the taxpayers who pay the water districts.
Yes.
They didn't put it there. They shouldn't be responsible for paying for it. And the other thing is, I want to make this clear for the purposes of transparency, because I'm all about ethics and transparency. When you do wellhead treatment, which is something that continues to go on, it's got to be done. We've gotten lots of help from the responsible entities on wellhead treatment, so that ensures us clean water delivered to our homes. It does nothing to stop the migration of the plume. So there's been a lot of testing, and I thank people like the Navy and those who have paid for that testing and the Sentinel wells and whatnot, but we know it's there. And we understand that testing has to take place, but we've got to hydraulically contain the entire plume. Thank you for dealing with those hot spots, because there's a heap of trouble in those areas, and we have to continue to push for this to take place very quickly. That's what I'll continue to do from Albany. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. Thank you for all your support and what you're doing. Stay close to your water districts and the experts involved. All right, we're going to get this done. It's going to take some time, but we will get this done working together. Thank you very much.